comparing free, mixed, and managed markets. The countries we chose were the United States, Singapore, and Venezuela. We chose the United States because we were both from here. We chose Singapore and Venezuela because they're pretty much opposites, economically speaking, especially when it comes to economic freedom. First, we will start with the United States. The United States is mostly a free market economy with some government intervention or regulations. A mixed market still has some qualities of a free market system, like where supply and demand will set prices. The big difference with a mixed market is there will be some government intervention to look out for the interests of the people. The United States has a GDP, or gross domestic product, of 21.4 trillion. GDP is the value of all finished goods and services, and it is used to determine how a country's economy is doing. The United States has the highest GDP in the world. The United States foreign direct investment, or FDI, is 246.2 billion. The United States has an economic freedom score of 74.8. This ranks 20th in the 2021 Index of Economic Freedom. The four categories that are used to determine these scores are rule of law, government size, regulatory efficiency, and open markets. The United States had a corruption score of 67 out of 100. That would rank them 25th. This would put them on the cleaner side, but with still a fair amount of corruption. Next, we'll move on to Singapore. They are a free market economy, which is where there is basically no government regulations on prices, or at least very little. Most prices are self-regulated by people that are buying their product or service and the people that are selling their product or service. So with free market economy, essentially the law of supply and demand, where sellers sell at the highest price that buyers will pay, will decide the price. Their GDP, or gross domestic product, is 593.8 billion. This number might not look as impressive as the United States, but when you consider the population difference, Singapore per capita has a very similar GDP to the United States, meaning they are just as efficient economically speaking. They have a foreign direct investment of 92.1 billion. They had an economic freedom score of 89.7, which is the freest country out of the whole index. This was the second year in a row they were ranked the freest country in the world. They also were the only country to be considered economically free in every index category. Singapore had a corruption score of 85 out of 100. This ranks third, and which is very good, and this means the country overall is very clean with very little corruption.
Next, we will discuss the market of Venezuela, which is a country located in South America. The Venezuelan market is a managed market with the government regulating it heavily like many other countries in South America. The country GDP of the Venezuelan market is 202 billion. In the past, it would average out to be about 96 billion between the years 1960 and 2014. But in the year 2014, it saw a significant increase when it reached $482 billion compared to the 1960 record low of $7.8 billion. Venezuela has a direct investment of $934 million, but has reached $3.1 billion in the past, leaving the country with potential to grow. The economic freedom of Venezuela is subpar, though, with government regulations, as it ranks 177th in the world, according to its 24.7 freedom score. The country also comes with a great amount of corruption that influences the market, being ranked 176th in the world on scoring, much like other countries located in the southern region.